Hi everyone, Diana Rankin here with your weekly psychic soul messages and perhaps a prediction or two. I think it's the 40th week of the year 2019 and it's for September the 29th to October the 5th. Oy vey, what a week, hasn't it been? Well, expect more pronouncements as well as announcements, and hang on, because we're about to start a pretty good roller coaster ride. That said, I want to welcome everybody. Thank you. I'm getting a little off track here, aren't I? Welcome everybody. I'm so glad you've come. I'm glad you're here. I thank you so much for coming back every week and supporting this channel. I have asked you, if you have questions, please email them to me, put them in the comments below, catch me on Twitter or Facebook with the questions. However, in this particular forum, I do ask that your questions be generic, be the broader question about, you've seen the examples from the last couple of weeks, rather than get into very personal questions. If you want me to answer those personal questions, you can reach me. My phone is just right below. We can set up an appointment for you. Please go to the website. You can get all the information that's below. And that'll give you my phone number that you can call me to set an appointment. It will also tell you the fee. Yes, it is how I make my living. So I do charge a fee. Or you can come if you're in the Ohio area, or if I happen to be in one of the other states, just watch the website and you can come to one of my speaking engagements, and there many audience members will get a message. And those messages, even though I answer the specific message, and often they're questions about people, loved ones, or pets that have moved into spirit world, and we certainly can do that and answer your questions and get messages from them. And I get to as many people in the audience as I can. However, I try to make those messages be generic, as you get the specific message, and then I use it as a broader base, if possible, to help everybody in the audience. But this particular forum, I want to keep the comments, the questions, more generic. So thank you for understanding that and coming forth with your questions. We will also, in a few minutes, get an answer from Phillip. This is an Oracle book. It's one of my books. Yes, all my books that are still in print are available on Amazon.com. So just use my name and you'll see this book or one of my others. And in this book, every page has a different wisdom on it. Now, one of you wrote and said that I always say, think left page, right page. And one said, I always get the opposite page, and laughed. And you know, maybe that opposite page, because I always read both pages. I say, this is our message, but here's a secondary message, so to speak. And maybe if our message is on the left, maybe your message is on the right. So maybe you are getting the right page. Okay, this week in the U.S., House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced impeachment. The House is looking into impeachment, and it looks like the President of the United States has committed high crimes and misdemeanors, I think is the phrase, and that has to be looked into and it has to be honored. However, in the U.S., what's happening, and this is going to affect the whole world, this is going to create an instability. Not that we don't already have an instability, because I've been telling you for months that the energy right now is just so erratic, and so many people are going through terrible hardships, illnesses, loss of loved ones, loss of beloved pets. It's not an easy time. By the way, did I tell you it is September 29th to October 5th? That's what we're doing today. Do I seem a little scattered? I probably am, because I'm a little tired today. That's all. So what I talked to Philip about is I simply asked, we didn't have a question from any of you this week that we needed to address. So I asked Philip, what do we do with this energy? What should we expect? What's coming? What do we need to make of what's taking place? And this was the answer I got back. So these are Philip's words. Ready? There are those across. By the way, what Philip is saying here, I will tell you with my private clients and friends, I'm seeing this taking place. What I just said will make sense as I read this. There are those across the U.S. and around the world who are able to hold the energy of love. These individuals have been chosen to hold the sacred land and to hold the land sacred. These individuals have been chosen to hold the sacred land and to hold the land sacred. The ones who are holding the sacred lands are coming together in spirit and often in body to aid one another. Many of these holders of the sacred lands are referred to as animals. Some are winged ones, some have fins, some have 4 legs and fur. These creatures help the humans. Now the humans must help the ones you call animals, birds, and others who live, and those who live in the waters. The ancient ones are returning to help. They hold the energy to aid the planet as it goes through a cleansing. This will not be an easy time for many as the planet realigns itself. New land will appear as old land changes, with some disappearing beneath the sea. To many, this week will feel like a period of turmoil. To others whose hearts know peace, it will be a time of awakening. It is a time to leave fear behind and know the energy of peace is being held by many. Those who have been holding the energy of peace, those who have been holding the energy of love, are moving out into the world to spread this energy. Rituals will be held on the sacred lands to help hold this energy of peace. Each being must search within to exchange fear and anger for peace, understanding, forgiveness, all of it for love. The peace holders are in place. The sacred lands hold their energy. Be not afraid, for they hold you, as each of you transform and become one of the peace holders. I'm going to read that last sentence again. I think it's important. Be not afraid, for they hold you as each. Let me start the whole paragraph. The peace holders are in place. The sacred lands hold their energy. Be not afraid, for they hold you as each of you transform and become one of the peace holders. Well, my friends, if you're in sound of my voice, if you're listening to this video, you are already or you are becoming one of the peace holders. As the earth cleanses itself and we move into this new place of love. You may have an experience of wanting to pull inward, or you may feel that you've been inward and are being pushed outward. Scary and wonderful. Take a step, because you can do it. Think left or right, and remember the message for the greater number here may not be your message. So if I say left but you got right, make sure you listen to the one on the right, or vice versa. Okay, we just flipped through and open to a page that our fingers whoops, that wasn't our message, because look what happened to my finger. It came right out of there, and that's okay. Here's our message. I'm hearing right. I'm going to read the right, and then I will also read the left to you. So if you got left, that's your personal message. If you got right, you got the message that we are all to hear. Others interact with you from the level in which they express life. If you live on a different level, will you not then interact from a different perspective? This is so pertinent in today's world. You know, I can get isolated in my world. And when I speak to a group, I'm the one standing in the front of the audience. And when I do a workshop or work in the instinct seminars, I'm the one standing in front. So my interaction is of a whole different level than if I'm out there in the workplace, so to speak. And lately I've had some experience of not being the leader. And it's been really fun because I've met some people that if I'm sitting at my computer all day writing, I wouldn't have met. Or if I'm always the one standing in front of the audience, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to meet. And so I've met some really great people on an equal level, which I've loved doing. Now, what's also interesting is a couple of those people were a challenge to me. And so I've had to really practice what I preach, so to speak. I always say, and you've heard me say it so many times, when the driver cuts us off, simply say, bless you, and then bless yourself. And when we're feeling frustrated, when we're feeling anxious, when we're feeling fearful, when any of the emotions other than love and all that comes from love, simply step back and bless that person and bless yourself. You change the energy. You may not be able to do it instantly, but that's what we're all being challenged to do, is to raise our vibration, so to speak, to a higher level, a level of love. Got it? We want to raise our vibration to a level of love. Keep in mind that person you're interacting with. I don't know if you heard that, but that's kind of like a confirmation for me. But keep in mind that person you're interacting with is coming from their life experience. They're talking about themselves. They just may think they're talking about you. So remember, here's our message. Others interact with you from the level in which they express life. If you live on a different level, will you not then interact from a different perspective? Please keep interacting as much as possible from the level of love, from the perspective of beauty and love and peace, not fear. Okay, this is the left side. So those of you who got left, I hope you heard the right side, but this is a message for you too. Without a receiver, there is no giver. Got it? Without a receiver, there is no giver. Friends, we are not in easy times. We are in tough times. And you know, every week I try to also give you, from one of my other books, Joy, How to Create a Happy Life. And I didn't pull anything out. But what I'd like you to do is a process I do every morning. And this will keep us healthy, because we're going to need our strength. We're going to need our good health. And that is simply, as I'm walking, I bless different parts of my body. And I bless every cell. I bless my feet and toes and toenails, etc., etc. Go all the way up to the outside of the body, and then I move to the inside of the body, blessing all the organs. Someone asked me, on November 11th, I'm going to be 74. And I love to brag about it. No, I haven't had any work done. And part of that is, it sounds like it would be painful. And I don't want to do that. So people say, how do you stay so young? And how do you have so much energy? And how do you keep your skin so young? Well, it's very simple. It's that four-letter word again, Love. And every day I bless my body, every part of it. And I do take care of myself too, by the way. So I'd like you, because we're going to need our strength coming up, we're going to need to stay in that place of non-fear. And that doesn't mean we can be there 24/7. It means when we get upset, we stop and think about it. We may have to work it through. We may have to pound our fist on the pillow because we're so frustrated, and then we let it go and come right back to bless you, bless me. And as you bless your body, see it in that beautiful divine light, the truth of who you are. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for accepting our love. Daisy's outside playing because it's a beautiful day, but it was a little windy for the microphone. So thank you for being with us. We're so grateful that you're here. We love you. Thank you for loving us. And thank you for accepting the love that we're sending to you right now. Until we meet again.